It's late. Not midnight late, just late enough that the sun is gone, the sky is that deep blue black, and you're still an hour from where you plan to sleep. You're on a two-lane road, no streetlights, barely any cars, just the occasional farmhouse with a porch light that looks like a distant star. Your phone signal starts doing that thing. 1 bar, 2 bars, then nothing. Your gas tank is at a quarter. You've been driving for hours. You're tired. Your back hurts. You just want food, a bed, and to stop thinking about the road. And then you see it. A town sign. Not a big city sign with a population number and 3 McDonald's locations. Not even a normal "Welcome to" sign with cheerful colors and a local slogan. Just a quiet little sign on the side of the road like, "You are now entering," and your stomach tightens for no reason you can explain. Maybe it's the way the town name sounds unfamiliar. Maybe it's how dark everything suddenly feels. Maybe it's the complete absence of other cars. Maybe it's something your grandmother once told you about watching where you stop when you travel. But something in your body, something older than logic, says, pay attention. Because if you've traveled enough as a black person in America, you already know this truth. Sometimes the danger doesn't announce itself with violence. Sometimes it announces itself with silence, with emptiness, with a feeling that wraps around your chest and whispers, "You shouldn't be here." The myth versus the reality. In 2026, most people hear sundown towns and they assume it's history, something dusty, something old, something that ended decades ago when the Civil Rights Act was signed. They imagine black and white photos. They imagine old men in hoods. They imagine a past that's safely distant from the present. But here's the reality. Even if the laws are gone, the behavior can still be there. Even if the signs came down, the social patterns can remain. Even if nobody says it out loud, the exclusion can still be enforced. And the worst part? A lot of black travelers don't get caught slipping because they were reckless. They get caught slipping because they didn't recognize the signs until it was too late. They thought, it's 2026, nobody does that anymore. They thought, this is America, I have rights. They thought, I'm overreacting. Until they weren't overreacting. Until the situation escalated. Until they found themselves in a gas station at 11 p.m. with hostile stares, no cell service, and an hour until the next town. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what to look for. The warning signs most black travelers miss, how sundown town behavior shows up in 2026, and how to move smarter without living in fear. And before somebody jumps in the comments saying I'm fear-mongering or being divisive, this is not about paranoia. This is about preparation. Because sundown towns weren't just racist towns. They were systems. What's sundown? Towns actually were. Historically, a sundown town was a place that excluded non-white people, most often black people, from remaining there after sunset. That could be through posted signs that literally said, "Don't let the sun set on you here." Local ordinances that made it illegal for black people to be in town after dark. Intimidation, police harassment, threats, stalking. Harassment, being followed, questioned, denied service. Violence, beatings, lynchings, being run out of town. And scholars have documented how widespread these places were. We're not talking about a few towns, we're talking about thousands. James Lowen, a sociologist who spent years researching this, documented that sundown towns existed in every region of the United States: north, south, east, west. In some states, entire counties operated this way. There's even a registry hosted by Tougaloo College that tracks sundown towns and suspected sundown towns, while also clearly stating the list is incomplete and continually being updated. Some towns had populations that were 100% white for decades, not by coincidence, but by design. And the enforcement wasn't always dramatic. Sometimes it was just understood. Black people knew not to stop there. White people knew not to let them. The system maintained itself through reputation, through fear, through social control. So today, we're not doing a drama list where I scare you with town names. We're doing a field guide. Because if you can spot the patterns, you can protect yourself anywhere. The 2026 shift, from signs to signals. Here's what a lot of people believe. Bro, that was the 1950s. Bro, that was Jim Crow. Bro, nobody cares anymore. And in some places, that's absolutely true. America has changed. Many formerly hostile places have diversified. Younger generations think differently. Laws protect civil rights in ways they didn't before. But in other places, the danger didn't disappear. It just evolved. In 2026, it's rarely going to be a sign that says, "Don't let the sun set on you." It's going to be a sequence of small moments that stack up. And the reason Black travelers miss it is because these moments look normal to outsiders. Like isolated incidents, like bad luck, like you're being too sensitive. Until you put them together, until you see the pattern. So let's break down the most common modern signs. Sign number 1, the everyone stops what they're doing moment. You walk into a gas station, or a diner, or a small convenience store, and suddenly, it's like the room pauses. Not in a "they're curious" way, in a "you change the atmosphere" way. Conversations stop mid-sentence. People stare, not a quick glance, but a sustained, evaluating stare. Nobody smiles. Nobody nods. Nobody does that small-town friendly thing where they say, "Hey," to strangers. The person at the counter gets quiet, like they're deciding how they feel about you being there, like they're calculating something. And here's the key difference. In normal places, people look away after a second. They go back to what they were doing. They might even smile awkwardly because they realized they were staring. In sundown-style places, they keep looking. It's not one person, it's multiple people. The guy pumping gas outside turns to watch you through the window. The woman at the coffee machine stops pouring. The clerk's eyes follow you as you walk toward the drinks. And your body notices it before your brain does. Your shoulders tense. Your breathing changes. Your awareness sharpens. This is one of the oldest human danger signals. Social rejection turning into social surveillance. You're not just a customer, you're a situation. You're being assessed. And that leads to sign number 2. Sign number 2, instant local policing. Coincidence? You've seen this before. You pull into a town at night. You haven't done anything wrong. You're driving the speed limit. Your lights are on. Your car is legal. And yet you notice a patrol car that seems too interested. Or you park at a gas station for a minute and a police car slowly rolls by. Once, then circles back. Or you leave the gas station and suddenly there's a car behind you for way too long, matching your speed, following your turns. Now listen carefully. I'm not saying every small town cop is out to get you. I'm saying the pattern matters. Because in sundown style towns, policing becomes a social tool. To check you, to move you along, to remind you you're being watched. To communicate that your presence has been noted. And the scariest part? Sometimes it's not even direct. It's indirect pressure. They pull you over for a broken taillight that isn't broken. They ask where you're going, where you're from, what you're doing here. Questions that sound routine but feel like an interrogation. They say things like, "We don't want trouble. You know, this town pretty much shuts down after dark. Where you headed?" Which really means, "We don't want you here." And if you're not experienced with this, you might think they're just doing their job. But if you've experienced it multiple times, you know the difference between a cop doing a normal traffic stop, a cop letting you know you're not welcome. The tone is different. The questions are different. The energy is different. Sign number 3, businesses that suddenly can't serve you. This one is subtle, and it's one of the most common ways sundown town behavior shows up in 2026. You walk into a restaurant and suddenly, kitchen closed. But you saw people eating 2 minutes ago. You try to book a hotel room. We're out of rooms. But the parking lot is half empty, and Booking.com said they had availability. You try to pay for gas. Card reader's down, cash only. But the person before you just paid with a card. Other variations. We're closing early. We don't do refunds. You need to leave your bag up front, but nobody else was asked to. We need extra ID, but the policy isn't posted anywhere. Sorry, we can't help you. It's not always blatant racial language. It's friction. It's barriers. It's the environment making it hard for you to exist comfortably. And a lot of people miss it because each excuse sounds plausible in isolation. One business having an issue? Okay, bad luck. But when every door closes at once, it's not random. When you try 3 places and get 3 excuses, that's a pattern. When the white family behind you gets service but you don't, that's deliberate. The 2026 reality. Use your tools. Now here's where the 2026 reality comes in. You've got tools. You've got apps. You've got reviews. You've got maps. You've got the internet. So use them like armor. Before you stop anywhere late at night in an unfamiliar area, check. 1. Recent Google reviews, especially the low-star ones. Look for keywords like rude, unwelcoming, profiling, followed, police, unsafe, racist, uncomfortable. Pay special attention to reviews from Black travelers or people of color. They often describe experiences that white reviewers never notice. 2. Photos of the location. Does it look legitimate Does it look maintained? Are there other customers visible? Or does it look isolated and sketchy? 3. Check multiple platforms. Don't just use Google. Check Yelp. Check TripAdvisor. Check social media. If a place has a pattern of complaints about how they treat black customers, you'll find it. 4. If you're booking a hotel, call ahead. Confirm your reservation is valid. Get a confirmation number. Ask what time check-in closes, because if a place wants to deny you service, they love doing it at the worst time. When it's dark, when you're tired, when you feel trapped, when your options are limited. Don't let them control the timing. Sign number 4. The only locals here energy. Some towns have a vibe like, if you're not from here, you're wrong. And again, this isn't automatically racist. Lots of small towns are insular. Lots of rural areas are tight-knit.
That's normal. But in certain places, outsider becomes code for problem.
And outsider gets racially coded fast. What you're looking for is when there are no visible visitors anywhere. Everyone seems to know everyone. Your presence feels like an intrusion rather than neutral. People watch you with suspicion rather than curiosity. You'll see this at night especially, like when you pull into a parking lot and there are 15 trucks parked in a circle, guys standing around talking, and suddenly you're the only black person for miles. Your brain tries to rationalize it. They're just hanging out. I'm overthinking. This is fine. But your instincts are reading something real. You are in a place where social power is local, tight, and enforced. Where the rules aren't written down, but everyone knows them. Where your safety depends on people you don't know deciding you're okay. That's Sundown Town behavior in 2026. Not a law, a culture. Sign number 5. The "you shouldn't be here after dark" comments. Some people will say it directly, but lightly, with a smile, like a friendly warning. Hey man, where you headed? You traveling? You passing through? You know this town shuts down early, right? You might want to keep moving. There's a better place to stop about 20 miles up. And here's what makes it dangerous. Sometimes they're trying to protect you. Sometimes they're trying to pressure you. Either way, the message is the same. You're not supposed to be here at night. And when you hear that, you should treat it as intelligence. Not a conversation, not a debate. Intelligence. Because this is exactly why the Green Book existed in the first place. Black travelers needed reliable information on where they could safely eat, sleep, and get service during segregation. People think the Green Book was just a cool historical thing. No, it was survival technology. It was a guide that said, here's where you can stop safely, here's where you can't. And in 2026, you need modern survival technology too. That's what reviews are. That's what travel advisories are. That's what word of mouth from other black travelers is. Quickly, if you're watching this and you know why this matters, subscribe to Black Journals. Because we don't just tell stories here, we give you the truth people avoid and the tools they don't teach. We talk about history that gets erased. We talk about patterns that get ignored. We talk about survival strategies that matter in 2026, not 1926. Now, let's keep going. The 2026 reality. Sundown Town isn't always about today. This part is important because I want you moving smart, not moving sloppy. When people search sundown towns online, they often find lists, like the Tougaloo College Registry, and they assume, oh, that means this town is dangerous right now. Not necessarily. That registry includes towns with confirmed sundown pasts, documented through historical records, suspected sundown pasts, based on demographic patterns and oral history. And it clearly says it's incomplete and still being updated. So the way you use it is like this, not as a final verdict, as a risk indicator. A history of exclusion can leave behind social patterns that persist across generations. Demographic patterns. All white towns don't happen by accident in diverse regions. Policing patterns. Departments with histories of racial profiling. Reputation patterns. Places known for hostility among black travelers. It doesn't mean every person in that town is racist. It doesn't mean you'll definitely have a problem. It means the town may have a history of hostility that you shouldn't ignore. In other words, don't argue with the past. Use the past. If a town has a documented history of excluding black people, that's information. It doesn't mean never go there. It means don't go there unprepared, especially at night, especially alone. Your 2026 Safety Playbook. Real, practical, no paranoia. Now I'm going to give you the exact playbook. If you travel in the US in 2026, road trips, work trips, moving cross-country, visiting family, this is how you stay ahead of the problem. Rule 1. Don't arrive in unknown rural areas late. If you can control it, do not plan first-time arrivals after dark in unfamiliar small towns. Arrive before sunset. Get your food while it's still light out. Get your hotel room confirmed while businesses are still open and staffed. Get settled before darkness changes the energy. Night changes everything. The same town that's neutral at 3 p.m. can feel hostile at 10 p.m. Rule 2. Control your gas. Don't let your tank control you. A lot of problems start because somebody is forced to stop. They're running on fumes. They have no choice. They have to take whatever gas station appears next. That's when you're vulnerable. So in unfamiliar regions, refill earlier than you think you need to. Don't wait until you hit empty and take what you can get. Don't gamble on, I can make it to the next town. Fill up in places that feel safe. Bigger towns, well-lit areas, places with multiple businesses and visible diversity. Rule 3. Share your live location. This is simple but powerful. If you're traveling alone at night, especially in rural areas, share your live location with someone you trust. iPhone, Google Maps, Live 360, etc. Keep your phone charged. Keep a car charger ready. Have a backup power bank. Save your route offline if possible. Google Maps lets you download areas. If something happens, someone knows where you are. Rule 4. Use 3 points verification for stops. Before you stop somewhere to sleep, eat, or rest for the night, check 3 things fast. 1. Reviews. What are people saying? Any red flags? 2. Photos of the place. Does it look legitimate, maintained, and safe? 3. Nearby businesses. Is it isolated with nothing around? Or is there activity, other hotels, restaurants, gas stations? If it feels like a ghost exit off the highway with 1 gas station, 1 motel, and nothing else, that's not where you test your luck. Rule 5. Have a calm exit strategy. This is key.
If the vibe is wrong, don't debate it. Don't prove a point. Don't argue with the clerk about why they should serve you. Don't confront the cops about why they're following you. Just leave, calmly, politely, quickly. Because in sundown-style places, escalation is what turns discomfort into danger. Your goal is not to win an argument. Your goal is not to teach them a lesson. Your goal is to get home safely. Pride is not worth your life. Sign number 6. The demographic ghost town effect. Here's another major tell. You're driving through a region where the demographics are diverse. You see black people, Latino people, Asian people in surrounding towns. But then you enter one specific town and suddenly everyone is white. Every single person. Now, small towns can be homogeneous for all kinds of reasons. Geography, industry, migration patterns. But when you're in a diverse region and one town is a complete outlier, that's often not an accident. That's often the result of historical exclusion that became self-perpetuating. Black families don't move there because other black families warn them not to. The town stays all white because it was designed to stay all white. And the exclusion maintains itself through reputation alone. Sign number 7. Overly aggressive concern about your safety. This one is tricky because it can sound helpful. Someone, maybe a gas station attendant, maybe a local, says, "You be careful out there. Watch yourself. People around here don't like strangers. I'd get back on the highway if I were you." On the surface, it sounds like concern. But pay attention to the tone. Is it genuinely helpful? Or is it a veiled threat? Is it, "I'm worried about you"? Or is it, "I'm warning you what might happen if you don't leave"? The difference matters. The big tells most people ignore. Now I'm going to list the biggest tells, rapid fire. If you notice 2 or more of these at once, treat it seriously. You're being watched by multiple people, consistently. A police car appears quickly after you arrive. Service becomes difficult for no clear reason. People ask where you headed in a way that feels like pressure. The town feels closed, empty, and hyper-local. You feel like your presence changed the atmosphere. You lose cell signal and the area feels isolated. Your instincts say, "Don't linger." That last one is the most important. Your instincts are not overreacting. Your instincts are processing information faster than your pride can. Your body is reading micro-expressions, tone, body language, environmental cues, things your conscious mind hasn't caught up to yet. When your gut says leave, you leave. What to say if you're confronted? Let's keep it real. Sometimes you will get pressed. Someone will approach you. Someone will question you. Someone will make you feel unwelcome directly. So here's the best strategy. Keep your voice calm. Keep your words short. Don't insult. Don't challenge. Don't escalate. You can say, "Just passing through. Just getting gas. Just headed to my hotel. All good. Have a safe night." Appreciate the heads up. And if a situation starts heating up, if someone gets aggressive, if you feel threatened, don't negotiate your safety. Remove yourself. Leave. Get back in your car. Drive away. Find the next town. Call someone. Document what happened if you can. But don't stay and prove a point, because your safety is worth more than your ego. The regional reality. It's not just towns. Now here's something people don't connect. Sometimes the warning isn't a Sundown town list. Sometimes it's a broader climate. For example, the NAACP issued a travel advisory for Florida in 2023, warning African Americans and people of color about hostility and civil rights concerns. I'm not bringing that up to debate politics. I'm bringing it up to make one point. Organizations issue advisories because environment matters. And in 2026, if the environment in a place is hostile, if laws are being passed that target certain communities, if leadership is openly hostile, if there's been an increase in hate crimes, your risk increases. Especially when you're alone at night, outside tourist zones, in rural areas, without cell service. So think bigger than town. Think region. Think climate. Think patterns. The online debate versus the offline reality. Every time sundown towns get discussed online, you'll see two reactions. Black people saying, "This is real, I've experienced it." Other people saying, "Stop lying, that doesn't happen anymore." And here's the truth. Both reactions can exist, because sundown town behavior is inconsistent. Some towns are fine at noon and hostile at night. Some people are friendly one-on-one, but dangerous in groups. Some places have changed dramatically. Some places haven't changed at all. Some towns had one bad experience that went viral, and now everyone avoids them. Some towns have ongoing patterns that nobody talks about publicly. The goal isn't to argue online about whether your experience was real. The goal is to stay safe offline. And that's why this video matters. If you take nothing else from this video, take this. In 2026, sundown towns don't always look like a sign. They look like isolation, surveillance, denial of service, local pressure, hostile vibes that turn cold the moment you arrive. And the people who get caught are usually not stupid. They're not reckless. They're tired. They're unprepared. They're forced into a stop they didn't plan. They didn't recognize the signs until it was too late. So move like a strategist. Plan your arrivals. Control your gas. Verify your stops. Trust your instincts. And don't ever let pride keep you in a place your spirit is telling you to leave. Travel smart. Use technology. Share your location. Stay connected. And remember, survival isn't paranoia. Survival is preparation. If you want more videos like this, real history, real patterns, real survival knowledge that actually matters in 2026, subscribe to Black Journals right now. And drop a comment. What's the realest travel situation you've ever experienced that made you think, I need to leave? Because your story might save someone else. Stay sharp, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.